Welcome to the Pointy End. I'm Keith Sutherland. Today my guest is Leah Sertori, Chief Executive Officer of the Bendigo Business Council. Welcome, Leah.
Thank you, Keith.
Now this is just a fairly new appointment, but I'd just like to go through a bit of brief history I've had, and then we'll get into the Business Council. So you've got to just bear with me on this. City of Greater Bendigo business broker with the hospital project, which was huge. CEO of Sustainable Regional Australia, Central Vic Solar City. CEO of Australia Cares, Project Manager with Goldfields Local Learning and Employment Network, and you're currently Chair of Bendigo Chapter of Australian Institute of Company Directors and Principal Consultant with Regional Management Group. So pretty impressive CV so far. So obviously that's going to bring a lot of experience to the new role that you've taken over in the last month or so.
Thanks, Keith. Yeah, I think probably the most important experience is being a small business owner myself. Tim and I owning Regional Management Group has given me some great insight into the unique highs and lows of being in business, and particularly small business. And so I'd like to bring some insight into how the Business Council can best support small business owners in our region.
With all those skills, there's obviously a lot there, and it's obviously very impressive. But with those skills, that you can certainly make a huge difference, I would imagine, to the Bendigo Business Council. Have you got any ideas, or you're just at this early stage, waiting, seeing, looking, learning the role, and then going to implement some, well, obviously you will implement change because every new CEO wants to do something different.
Sure. So I think that it's important to say that the Bendigo Business Council has made some great achievements in the last 3 years. And the things that they've been particularly good at have been events and bringing people together. So I'd like to continue to strengthen that. We have a terrific Business After 5 event program, which is free for all of our members. So that's a nice opportunity for people to catch up and connect after work once a month and just come along to one of our sponsors for a bit of a get-together. So we'll continue our terrific events program. Some of the new things that we will be doing is running a capacity building program for small business, where we'll run a workshop that's free of charge for people to attend once a month. We're going to develop a leadership development program, which will be run by our group of members and sponsors for our member community, and I'm incredibly excited to bring that to our members later this year. We're also pursuing a trade development program to have a look at how business in the region might better take advantage of a tremendous opportunity in Asia. And we're also looking to better work with our sponsors around sharing some of their unique knowledge and skills within our membership to help grow small business.
Bendigo is pretty lucky and unique because whilst your membership, and we'll talk about membership as we go, is growing, but you've also got some unique businesses involved in your organisation. But do you see your role is, I know it seems to be what you've mentioned to date is a lot of self-help, promotion, looking after the membership, but with a strong group of people like that, like-minded businesses, do you see your role in the future as a bit of a lobby to lobby local government, state and federal government, because sometimes we get caught up in the myriad of politics and somebody looking objectively rather than either side of the major parties can be a really voice for change and to inject money into our community. So do you see that as a future role of the Business Council? Absolutely.
I think that the Business Council has done some interesting work in that space in the last 12 months with the schools in our region. So we do have an advocacy working group, and that group meets once a month, and they have a look at a particular issue that's of relevance to our business community, form a view, and then have a look at what sort of change is it that the Business Council is going to advocate for in that space. So with education, it was around getting the three sectors, our public, private and Catholic sector, working really closely together around how they engage with business and industry. And they've made some great inroads there. That project is travelling really well. We will have a look at change that we could affect within our municipality, and we'll advocate to and with local government. So sometimes we'll be campaigning for change around a rule that local government can change themselves, and that might have to do with planning, it might have to do with on-street trading. There are a whole lot of issues that small business and medium-sized enterprise in our region could benefit from change at council level. And sometimes we'll advocate with council for change at a state and federal government level. And one of the issues that we're very passionate about is the introduction of the NBN for Bendigo very quickly. So we'll be doing some work with the city and with Loddon Mallee and other groups this year to really push for faster introduction of the NBN for Bendigo.
Yeah, it seems to have been on the back burner a bit, and unfortunately with Ballarat, Shepparton getting fibre to the premises, we're fibre to the node, and anyway, don't get me started on that, but IPTv Bendigo has been at the forefront, and we've had Stephen Conroy, Malcolm Turnbull, the local groups, Bruce Windsor and so on, so we just think it's so important, and David Bartlett came in the early days as well to push that, so we're with you all the way, and if we can help, we certainly will. Now, I noticed that when you were appointed, your chair, Michael Fleming, said part of is to strengthen the role, your support role of members. You've already got Jacinta Mangdon and Patrick Falconer looking after sponsorship, but your role is obviously the CEO, so you've got to take control of a lot of areas and make sure that in the past, this is not criticism, but your role is to strengthen the membership, and obviously part of that is to grow it. So any new initiatives that you would see in that area that you can help to grow the membership?
Well, Keith, I'm really excited to announce today that the Bendigo Business Council has just gone into a formal alliance with VECI. And VECI are the Victorian Employers Chamber of Commerce and Industry. They're Victoria's largest business group. They provide specialist advice for small and medium enterprise. I'm incredibly excited to say that VECI have agreed to offer all members of the Bendigo Business Council a free VECI Essentials membership for life, for the life of their BBC membership. So that's valued at $644 per annum. And what this means is that if you have a question as a small business owner around workplace relations, industrial relations, health and safety, if you need access to a quality manual or you're putting in for a tender and you need some template documents, you can access all of that information at no cost. So that's a value-added service that I'm very proud now to offer to Bendigo Business Council members.
Well, Leah, we love having scoops like that on the Pointy End and Bendigo IPTv. That is fantastic because that is invaluable to small business. As you said, the add-on $640 odd, but small business sometimes flounder with all this red tape, but for membership, surely that's got to grow your members overnight by double, I would imagine, because it's an enormous benefit to a business, a small business, because we get bogged down in the business, not working on the business, and these things help no end. And as you said, there's templates there to go online, so that's well done. That's a great initiative.
Thanks, Keith. Well, I've been talking to a lot of small businesses who would like to be delivering services to council or to large government organisations. And as you know, those organisations spend money through a formal process around purchasing called procurement. And to be able to meet the needs of the procurement process, small businesses have to have a quality management manual and system. They have to have a very clear occupational health and safety policy. So it's my hope that by introducing this service at no cost to our members, there's some great flow-on benefits in terms of our businesses winning more work from government and our businesses feeling more confident about being able to introduce those sort of systems and procedures.
And I've got to say, and I can say it, that the Business Council are very lucky to have you because you've had lots of experience in this area, particularly with your involvement with the council and for local businesses trying to tender for work at the new Bendigo Hospital site. So you're probably one of the few that are so experienced in this area, and obviously bigger Business Council members get the benefit and the luxury of your experience. So that's another tick for you and your organisation.
Thanks, Keith. Well, I heard something really inspiring last week at a conference that Economic Development Australia were running here in Bendigo. And it's wonderful that Bendigo is attracting so many of these sort of events at the moment. City of Ballarat introduced a goal around how much of their program, of their capital works, their products and services that they wanted to buy locally. And their target was 80%. And I think that's very high, but they've managed to hit that. And what they did was work with their business community around understanding where people were at now and where they needed to be in terms of their pricing, in terms of their quality management and OH&S policies. And they really coached some of their businesses to be better able to win work within their local municipality, and that really strengthens their local economy. So by introducing these sort of services, we will also be working with Council around understanding where is the opportunity for Bendigo business to provide more of the Council's services.
It's a win-win for all of us because it generates employment, it generates growth, population, great for real estate agents and everybody else in this community. So it's certainly a win-win. Well, it sounds like that in your new role, it's exciting times for Business Council, exciting times for Bendigo. Any other new initiatives that you'd like to sort of see in your early term? I know, as I said, you've only been in the job for probably 6 to 8 weeks at this stage, but at this stage, it's exciting, particularly that Vicky one. I think that's an absolute winner.
Thanks,
so why
Keith.
wouldn't you want to be involved?
Thank you. Well, that's right. And now, I'm very pleased to say if businesses would like to join Bendigo Business Council before Friday the 26th of June, we can offer that VECI membership at no additional cost for the life of their BBC membership. If they join after the end of June this year, there will be a small charge for that membership. So you have until Friday the 26th to get in through the gate before that offer closes. So if you are interested in joining the Business Council, now is the time. Please give us a call.
I'll be there. So what do? We go online, or are you going to promote this in the community, because it is such an important event that's coming up with the VECI. But also we should be part of our community of Business Council, because the stronger you grow, the stronger your lobby is for hopefully getting government funding and making change, I dare say, in Bendigo.
That's right, and it is about local employment and making sure that our businesses that thrive are in a position to best support a thriving local community. So I hope that the Business Council is something that all business get behind in Bendigo in the next 12 months, and we can achieve tremendous things together.
Well, Leah, thank you so much for appearing on the Pointy End today. It's terrific. I'm very excited by what I've heard to date, and as I said, the VECI one, I'll certainly be signing up. So I hope that and encourage all Bendigo businesses to get on board with you, because exciting times for the future of not just your organisation, but Bendigo as a whole.
Thank you, Keith.